Hi duelists, welcome to Awesome Card Games. I'm Franklin, and today I'll be opening the latest structure deck, Beware of Traptrix. This structure deck marks the 25th anniversary of the OCG of Yu-Gi-Oh! The Traptrix are a cute and carnivorous archetype of mini insect and plant monsters. They have effects to set powerful hold trap cards on the field. Let's check out the back of the structure deck. It's a Traptrix. The Traptrix may appear cute on the surface, but if you get too close, they'll devour you whole. These carnivorous plants and insects are always on the hunt for your opponent's monsters. First, Traptrix monsters help you set powerful hold trap cards that can drop your opponent's monsters right out of the duel. Then they gather together to feast on your opponent's life points. This structure deck comes with a wide array of useful trap cards you can use to power up any deck. This structure deck includes 40 common cards, 3 super rare cards, 5 ultra rare cards, and 1 double-sided deluxe game mat dueling guide with tips to execute the perfect strategy. So let's check out structure deck Beware of Traptrix. So let's open the structure deck. First, let's check out the deluxe game mat. The front looks really nice. Konami should really make a real play mat with this design, and this looks really good. The back has tips and tricks for the structure deck. It also has the lore of the cards as well. This is a nice design. I really like the addition of the lore on the back of the deluxe game mat. Now let's get to the structured deck. This is our first ultra rare Traptrix Pudica. She is an effect monster and a plant, unaffected by the effects of whole normal traps. You can only use each of the following effects of Traptrix Pudica once per turn. When this card is normal summon, you can add 1 Traptrix Guardian from your deck to your hand. If this card is special summon, you can target 1 special summon monster your opponent controls. Banish it. Also, during the next standby phase, your opponent can special summon 1 of their banished monsters. This is a very good card for getting the field spell card Traptrix Guardian. Next is our field spell card Traptrix Guardian. During your main phase, you can normal summon 1 Traptrix monster in addition to your normal summon. Therefore, you can summon twice per turn with a normal summon. That is very powerful. You can only gain this effect once per turn. The first time each insect or plant monster you control will be destroyed by battle each turn, it is not destroyed. You can banish 1 monster you control. Special summon 1 Traptrix monster from your hand or graveyard. You can only use this effect of Traptrix Guardian once per turn. Next is Trap Tantalizing Tune. This is another powerful spell card for Traptrix. Discard one level 4 insect or plant monster or one normal trap. Draw 2 cards. You can banish this card from your graveyard. Then target one of your banished level 4 insect or plant monsters or normal traps. Place it on the bottom of the deck. You can only use each effect of Trap Tantalizing Tune once per turn. Next we have the XZ monster, Traptrix Pincula. She is a plant Exceed monster. She requires 2 level 4 monsters. Many Traptrix monsters in this deck are level 4, so you can easily special summon her from the extra deck. While this card has material, it is unaffected by trap effects and the activated effects of other monsters with the same type as this card's material. You can only use each of the following effects of Traptrix Pincula once per turn. You can detach one material from this card, add one Traptrix monster from your deck to your hand. If a monster owned by your opponent is sent to the graveyard or banished by a card effect, except during the damage step, you can attach one of those monsters to this card as material. If you attach an opponent's monster, then she would be completely unaffected by effects of monsters with the same type. If your opponent is playing dragons, attach a dragon to her, and their effects will not affect her. Our next ultravert is a link, Traptrix Apius. This is a link insect with an effect. This link summon card is unaffected by trap effects. All Traptrix monsters you control gain 1000 attack while you have a normal trap in your graveyard. You can easily fulfill this effect. Once per turn, you can target one face-up cards your opponent controls, up to the number of insect and plant monsters you control. Negate their effects until the end of this turn. Then you can apply this effect. Banish one or more trap from your graveyard, and if you do, destroy one of those targeted face-up cards. Next is a super rare Traptrix Arachnocampa. She must be some type of spider. She is an insect with an effect, unaffected by the effects of whole normal traps. The first time each set card in your spell and trap zone will be destroyed by a card effect each turn, it is not destroyed. This is very good protection. During the main phase, if you control a Traptrix monster quick effect, you can special summon this card from your hand. Also, you cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck for the rest of this turn, except insect and planet monsters. You can only use this effect of Traptrix Arachnocampa once per turn. The restriction on your extra deck is not a concern because this deck is playing insects and plants. The next super rare is the Trap Evenly Match. At the end of the battle phase, if your opponent controls more cards than you do, you can make your opponent's banished cards from their field face down, so they control the same number of cards as you do. If you control no cards, you can activate this card from your hand. Well, this is a very powerful trap card. I would love to activate this from my hand and banish my opponent's entire field. Next we have Traptrix Utia. You can activate this card the turn it was set by discarding one more trap card. Special summon this card in the 5th position as a normal monster. It is a plant earth level 4 with 400 attack and 2400 defense. This card is not treated as a trap. You can banish this card from your graveyard, then target one Traptrix monster in your graveyard. Special summon it. You can only use one Traptrix Utia effect per turn, and only once that turn. Next we have Traptrix Traptrix. She is an insect unaffected by the effects of whole normal traps. Many Traptrix have this theme and they are not affected by whole normal traps. You can activate whole normal traps from your hand. The activation and effects of normal traps activated on your field cannot be negated. Traptrix Mirror Mellow, another level 4 insect monster, also unaffected by the effects of whole normal traps. When this card is normal summon, you can add one whole normal trap from your deck to your hand. If this card is special summon, target one spell or trap your opponent controls. Destroy that target. So this card gives you some control when you special summon her. Next we have Traptrix Nepenthes. She is a plant monster, unaffected by the effects of whole normal traps. If you activate a whole normal trap card, except during the damage step, you can add to your hand or special summon one Traptrix monster from your deck except Traptrix Nepenthes. You can only use this effect of Traptrix Nepenthes once per turn. Next is Traptrix Dionia. She is also a plant monster, unaffected by the effects of whole normal traps. When this card is normal summon, you can target one Traptrix monster in your graveyard, special summon that target in the 5th position. When this card is special summon, you can target one whole normal trap in your graveyard. Set that target but banish it during the end phase of your next turn if it is still on the field. You can only use this effect of Traptrix Dionia once per turn. Next is Traptrix Glenlesia. I really like her artwork. She would have been perfect as a super rare or ultra rare. She is a plant and an effect monster. Unaffected by the effects of whole normal traps, you can tribute this card. Set 2 whole normal traps with different names, one for your deck and one for your graveyard, but banish them when they leave the field. You can only use this effect of Traptrix Glenlesia once per turn. Next is Traptrix Vesiculo. She is a plant and effect monster. Don't be fooled by her cuteness because she is carnivorous. Unaffected by the effects of whole normal traps, you can only use one of the following effects of Traptrix Vesiculo once per turn, and only once that turn. You can send one trap you control to the graveyard. Special summon this card from your hand. If you control those monsters in your spell and trap zone, you can banish this card from your graveyard, then set one whole normal trap in your graveyard. Set it to your field. Then we have some unique monsters in the deck. We have Gadarla, the Mystery Dust Kaiju. This is an effect monster with 2700 attack and 1600 defense. The next kaiju is Kumugoyus, the Sticky String Kaiju with 2400 attack points. Next is Retaliating Sea. This is an effect monster and an insect. Resonance Insect, another level 4 monster. If this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you can add one level 5 or higher insect monster from your deck to your hand. If this card is banished, you can send one insect monster from your deck to the graveyard except Resonance Insect. Lone Fire Blossom. This is a nice reprint. Once per turn, you contribute one face of plant monster. Special summon one plant monster from your deck. Ash Blossom and Joy Spring. This is a great reprint. Konami has been reprinted this card in recent structured decks. It is a fantastic addition and still a very useful card in the meta. Rose Lover. This is one of the few level 1 monsters in the structured deck. She is a plant monster. You can banish this card from your graveyard, special summon one plant monster from your hand. And if you do, it is unaffected by your opponent's trap effects this turn. You can only use this effect of Rose Lover once per turn. Sage de Fleur. This is a spellcaster with 2900 ATK. Knight Purple Nightfall. This is a psychic monster with 2500 attack points. Next we have Knight Blue Sky. Artifact, Roll Attack, Fire Hand, Ice Hand, and Thunder Hand. Next, let's check out the common spell cards. We have Regaki, Harpy's Feather Duster, Terrifying Trap Hole Nightmare. If your opponent has special summoned a monster this turn, target one monster your opponent controls with 2,000 or more attack points. Destroy it. Then if you have a whole normal trap in your graveyard, you can banish one monster from your opponent's graveyard. You can only activate one Terrifying Trap Hole Nightmare per turn. Trap Hole, Bottomless Trap Hole, a psychic copy of Bottomless Trap Hole, Void Trap Hole, Traptrix Whole Nightmare. This looks like a nightmare as the Traptrix are feasting on your enemies. When a monster that was special summoned this turn activates its effect on your opponent's field, negate that effect. If you do, destroy that card. You have two copies of Traptrix Trap Hole Nightmare, Floodgate Trap Hole, Grave Digger's Trap Hole. The next card is Traptrix. I love the artwork of this card. It perfectly represents the name as the Traptrix are luring these monsters to their doom. Banish one normal trap from your deck except Traptrix, and if you do, set one card with the same name directly from your deck. It can be activated this turn. You can only activate one trap card for the rest of this turn after this card resolves. You can only activate one Traptrix per turn. Phantom Knights of Shade, Artifact Sanctum, Lateria Sacred Tree, Traptrix Raw Felicia. This is an Exceed plant monster unaffected by trap effects while it has material. Traptrix monsters you control except Traptrix Raw Felicia cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects. Very good. Your opponent cannot target Traptrix monsters you control except Traptrix Raw Felicia with card effects. Once per turn, quick effect. You can attach material from this card and send one whole normal trap that meets its activation conditions from your deck to the graveyard. This effect becomes that trap card effect while this card is activated. Next is Traptrix Almiris. I would have loved to see this card as a super rare. You can attach the materials from this card, special summon one level 4 insect or plant monster from your graveyard. If your opponent's monster leaves the field because of your card effect and is now in the graveyard or banished, you can detach material from this card, then target one of them, special summon it to your field. Next is a link monster, Traptrix Cularia. She is a link and plant monster. She requires 2 insect or plant monsters. We have Traptrix Sierra. The final monster is Traptrix Mantis. The insert for the Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duels. Overall, Beware of Traptrix is a fantastic structured deck by Konami. They did a stellar job with the new cards. I love the addition of Traptrix Pudica. The Traptrix Garden is a great field spell card. Traptrix Kukula is a great Exceed monster. I recommend getting 3 copies of Beware of Traptrix, and you can build a consistent and fun deck with multiple copies of each of the key cards from the structured deck. What is your favorite new card from Beware of Traptrix? Let me know in the comments below. I'm also including a link to Amazon to purchase the Beware of Traptrix. If you click and purchase Structure Deck, then I will earn a commission, and it greatly helps Awesome Card Games. If you enjoyed this video, then give it a thumbs up and subscribe to Awesome Card Games for more videos about Yu-Gi-Oh! And other trading card games. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.